Maneva na say ma PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV there osia dem yopo.
Richard Mumfa camera ne to me so na men class chief of staff. Sa Akuffo we enyum we am boy za wote. NPP for mo ye hwehwe animu papa. Na opposition mu di agro abobeko. Appointment we Akuffo Addo ye president. Besi na 7 years in want to mean a reshuffle no. And no the party the beko opposition. And it is clear. From the chief of staff to Napo to John Kuma obia wudia ba apobia mama ba omia nyi obia. Na Dr. Bawumia so wakasa dodo, wa promise dodo. Flag bearership race ba ko a wo koye. Promises are with the man Akuffo. It is coming back to tie up your neck. And we will see how the party will unite. You see, you're too about on Saturday. 1 week you cry my much and be a chief of staff. Look, Obianka said the chief of staff and you're competent. Obiane Walker said Oba eye running mate and a vice president but this is not the time. It is a non-starter from the office of the chief of staff. Whoever did this for the chief of staff, may a president and open come fire. What he ha Akosombo ya spill it down. Ya yell the chairperson for interministerial committee and Krofoni Gusu bre running mate hunyum na mobo edema the chief of staff. I don't get it. I don't get it. There are challenges in this country. SSA chief of staff and making sure say the respective sector ministers wamu yom wadwuma ye apeja economy na gina ho eno no nya mu concern de mo ye concern no yem peja fremo pale yem hoahoa no yem kwaji sika nkodi eno nko na munim. I don't get it. Are you a serious political party? Serious political party? One person who break it 8 years. The regime change about every 8 years, you know. We a serious political party. One person who break his idea with this kind of individualistic interest. I will demonstrate it at this time. But me and cry 2 about 5 days in Maya. Mama ninya na home. What do you days is ukasa ni anu abre. I find who the intensity. John Mahama Katri say 1 year president da. Woko around the country now chinchina wo ye campaign ni wie now you are losing your strength and you will get to understand wabre wodi na hu minye yo mo bondom air pre running mate. It is so shameful and the office of the chief of staff must bow down their heads in shame for doing this. Chief of staff nankesese a call it to order. All the ministers are womu elusive focus. Ejuma sese womo ye na womo hwesonya womo pre chief of staff and sese call womo to order. Na afepo no ankasa na de ne ho agim. Na wo watwa nyoma ba abonten yemo ne promote maw ne emfam pre running mate maw na na poye bia be den. Eslo usu ye bia wo chief of staff den na abeka. Directive den na abetimi ama. It is so shameful. Mo kan chen ma mi fremo pare say e so shameful. I mean, what kind of individualistic interest is this? Okay? Go to your questions. I was so west you are gone. Go na kohe. Kohe ni po wini wo. Kennedy ne wini wo constituency as chief of staff. I was so west you are gone. Isle gone. Any the enclave ni na no. Kennedy ne wini. The vice president lost. You had the interest of the vice president in seeking his mandate and his attention to choose you as a running mate. One to me and Juma as chief of staff in your own backyard. I'm a vice president. Winnie Kennedy won in Ayawaso West. What to what about pray running mate? Please give us a break. Mutual newspapers to be publishing your names and an is this. Please abort it. Sa idea in this idea man abort it and give the vice president that level of respect. Na ye juma o ye juma ni wie na wonu ankasa assess performance in government wo ideas wo personality na wo betusu wo betusu. It is not about going to lobby and I mean my save sika me the best support your campaign and I mean wo sika met me mobilize it. That is not what we are looking for. Yama Meton vice president position no Yameton. It is not for sale. Nanim Gwasia be credit. Nanim Gwasia, Edim Gwasia be credit. And Ashanti region is gradually losing it. Mamenka. Ashanti region, you are losing it. Running met one more penning in the Ashanti region for more than 100%. Are they? And then if you region. What have you done for the region? 47 members of parliament. For the strongest hold of your party, baby, a momu kremwena, Ashanti region there, who appointed obi fi wa, me a vote na ko that opportunity, Akuffo Addo de mamo to serve in his government. This opportunity no, Ashanti bai. SSA nuti yesho you running mate if you Ashanti region. You are not the only people about to about Edema MPP. No. There are other regions almost to about. Ya mamu cabinet ministers over there they want me and find in the last 7 years. Cabinet ministerial appointment. You are unable to use it to the benefit of the Ashanti kingdom. Running mate there the mamu amobede. Running mate bakupe one slot ya the mamu eno na mode bede. Mo energy minister, mo education minister, ministerials baby mo chief of staff, mo deputy finance minister. Momobo edoso. Deputy Foreign Affairs, Deputy Communication, one slot, Vice President's lawyer, the Mawa, then I'll be to me there. And then one Amoka Jesse Akuffo Addo, any kind of Oriata, Mabaumi, and then he has his own vision. Please, we will tell you the truth. Opa manfa. Sanya mana masha se na moyeno. Abort it. More individual interest. Nobody is concerned about that. Your prima crama about which we find the focal and for mass anti-by. With the minister for 7 years, one to me and what? Region Noah. Your mother vice president. I'll be taking orders from somebody and I'll be there. Ministerial position now, you're in charge of the sector. One to me and one babune one santimeter one year juma. One more coin in one more catcher one no two former woman. Now you're my vice president and I'll be there. Please, we are serious-minded people in this country. Now, the one who is a year now, and for who children one more Ashanti region, now more interest in tea. You're pushing this time around. Daddy, you won't do it that way. Businessmen are suffering in the Ashanti region, and we will not allow more individual interest, to proceed over the other people. The majority of the people now are suffering no more. Daddy.
Kesben 92.9.
Contest of Nanado from 2008. Will see Bawumia as part of him.
Yes.
So what Bawumia has done is nothing new. If there is anybody to fear in the political space, it is simply Kennedy or Agyapong. And I will tell you one thing.
Tell me.
Kennedy may lose, but he will plan 2028.
He will be 67 then.
Forget about age. Biden is president in US. Age is just a number.
But it will probably depend on the outcome of the election.
I'm telling you today, Bawumia will win and lose the general election. And
that's your opinion.
It's going to happen.
Well, that's your
opinion. Put down today's date.
Yeah.
Today
is 4th November.
Yeah, I chance on it. We have 309 days to general election. 309 days. Bawumia will win this internal contest, lose the general election. When he loses, the MPP will begin to think properly. And they will begin to find fault. The establishment will collapse. I'm telling you today, anybody who followed MPP politics, anytime MPP goes into opposition, the establishment collapses. Go back to 2007. I was in Legon when Polafoko was slapped. I was there, right there, because then I was in MPP. I saw with my eyes, not somebody telling me. At that time, Alan was a dinosaur in the MPP. Alan was untouchable. You could see all the forces. Like today, the forces marshal against Kennedy and in for Bawumia. That forces was for Alan Chamantin in 2007.
I was there, I saw it too.
Fantastic. So that was the time Alan was Alan. You could hear the song. Obi Aranti se wu, Alan Chamantin na yepe. That was the time. And Nana was lucky because people said that, oh, let's reward Nanado. Other than that, Alan could have, if they had gone for runoff in 2007, Alan would have won. I'm telling you today, if they had gone for runoff in 2007, Alan would have won. I'd say, okay, you are older than me. Go and let me follow. And look at what they did to him. So, If the NPP loses 2024, that establishment that collapsed in 2007 against Alan will collapse against Bawumia. And that is when Kennedy may have an opportunity. And I'm telling you today, Kennedy will lose. He will not give up. Because he will come again 2027. And at that time, NPP will be organic.
When according to you,
according to me,
would have lost the election in 2024.
Yes,
according to you.
Yes, he will lose 2024. And when he loses, you will not have the advantage of MCEs, DCEs, no CEOs, no ambassadors. So that establishment will collapse against you. And at that time, the party will begin to search for the organic leader. The leader who has been with them 20, 30 years down the lane. And at that time, the rules will not work for Bawumia. Because let me tell you today, some of the DCs, ministers, CEOs, appointees of Mahama today, he can't find them around him. After he lost power, Mahama can't find some of them. It's natural. Some of them will go into oblivion. They will hide the money they make. They will hide the contact they make. They will not put it into the political space. So after 2024, some of the ministers you see today, the DCs, the ambassadors, they will go into oblivion. So the party will revert to the organic status of the NPP. That is where Kennedy will be relevant. And let me tell you, Kennedy is going to kick out some of the certain MPs who kick against him.
Well, he said that.
It's going to happen.
He said that.
Kennedy is going to sit down, mobilize money, and he's going to look at the constituency he won against the MPs who stood against him and kick them out.
And I'm looking at the results and some of these constituencies that you mentioned. You know the one that first crossed my mind? The one at Kwesi.
Okay.
The MP there was Vosivros. I've forgotten his name. I think he's a deputy minister as well.
Right.
Vosivros against Honorable Ken.
Go to Bantama.
He couldn't get the numbers there.
Go to Bantama. And you could see the number. There is an MP, sector minister, yes, Asenso, who stood against Ken publicly. Ken gets 402, but Bawumia gets 422. The implication is that already Bantama, there's a rift. The immediate past MP who died, what is the name? Ochima Bwaje, has a faction.
Yeah.
And that faction is against Asenso.
Yeah.
Kennedy gets in and gets 402, you get 422.
He's coming for you.
He's coming against you. So, the avalanche of the MPs who stood against Ken, he's going to map them and kick them out of parliament.
He has said that publicly.
Now, you will go into an election with Ken controlling some of the MPs. So after 2024, Ken will come back stronger. So me, the NDC, we must set up again 2028. For 2024, I will tell you today, the NPP has elected a loose cannon candidate. And look, Mahama got 98% from the NDC.
Yeah.
He got 98%.
Yes.
If you look at the percentage Bawumia is going to get, it will not be close to 70%.
Well, the figures suggest so.
He won't get 70%. Ken is pulling. Look,
I've got a few more results coming in. Yeah.
Ken will pull, and Bawumia can make 70%. If Bawumia is unable to make 70%, the implication is that 30% of your people don't like you. Relative to Mahama, who got 98%, meaning that only 2% don't like Mahama. So unlike NDC, who gave Mahama endorsing victory of 98%, Bawumia, you are getting 70%. The implication is that at your own backyard, people don't like you.
Yeah.
And it's a huge number, 30%.
And the NDC will take advantage of that.
We are going to take advantage.
I'm going to come back. I'm going to come back to you, but I'm getting some results, some new results. This one is coming from Techiman South. Techiman South. 1,390 people voted in Techiman South. Kennedy Agyapong 231. Dr. Bawumia 1,073. That's a Martin Eji's Mentor's constituency there. Dr. Akoto 6. Adainimo 3. Total votes cast 1,317. In Ejumako Enyan Esiam. God have mercy upon us.
If you give me thousands of Ghana cards and $1 US, I will choose the dollar.
To be mumu.
Campaign at slow.
It is small people.
Oh, Bemiami. Oni kwa kutia mu Bemiami. Odoye. mo be miami. Oni kwa kutiano mo be miami. Oda
Working try dear. Mo be miami.
oda
Working try Mo be miami.
kanu kre
Mo be miami.
otrofo oda
Mo be miami.
oda. You want me to do more? Kwakra fair so besuhuni. Yes, you are dear bro, better so. Shame on you.
Dedi kama mamena Pendream TV ase. Na so far so good. Say open online portal e wo Ghana. Ah nipa share, nipa follow, nipa comment here. To my best of knowledge, without any biases, Pendream TV.
Manever I say ma Pendream TV. Pendream TV there, I see them yopo.